today. She is a food marketer, writer, and industry speaker. She has a decade of working, living, and eating across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, and has managed more than 50 restaurants, which we're going to delve into deeper how someone so clearly young has managed more than 50 restaurants. I don't think I've eaten in 50 restaurants.
Nearly 28 restaurants in 8 countries. So that really is the biggest chunk of the 50 restaurants. I like to indoor cycle, and I couldn't afford to indoor cycle. So I said, I want to be an instructor here.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
I have never heard this sentence said before in my life. I like the indoor cycle.
Yeah, I like indoor cycling. I was really into indoor cycling and doing yoga, but I was so poor. When I was 21, I do, I love it.
Doing yoga is fine. Yeah. I love indoor cycling.
I love indoor cycling. I believe that restaurants that want to be open now are doing it for the people. They're really just opening because people are calling them, I want some food. They're doing a couple of deliveries right now, and they want their staff to come back for motivation. If you ask any restaurant owner right now that's just open for delivery or takeaway, having to probably pay for all the staff to be fully vaccinated and pay for all the staff to have COVID testing every 2 or 3 days, they're not making money. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to not be forgotten.
Why do you think the Vietnam cuisine hasn't been so highly regarded? Is it just because it's seen as cheap?
Honestly, I think that it's not just Vietnamese cuisine. Like, I'm Singaporean. Singaporean cuisine will always be tied to chicken rice and street food. And that's fair because this is the bedrock of, our culture, right? But what it really does is it makes what the new Vietnamese chefs, what they're trying to do, it waters down what they're trying to do because people will always compare it back to street food. Like they'll be, this is not really real Vietnamese cuisine.
Why have you made that decision to be so refreshingly candid about mental health and how you deal with that?
I've had anxiety for almost a decade. I remember when I had my first panic attack, how painful it was. And I'm not sure if anybody here has ever had like a panic attack before or an anxiety attack before. It was one of the most scary things that I think I've ever gone through before. So it's very hard for them to be able to innovate within Vietnamese cuisine or to serve Vietnamese cuisine because it will always be compared to street food. And it's the thing that you don't want is Vietnamese chefs opening restaurants serving French cuisine. When I had it at the time, I didn't tell anybody, and I thought that I was going crazy and I was going to end up in, the mental health, like jail behind some room, and I was not going to be able to see anybody because that's what you think, right? That's what you think people who are have mental health issues are. You're on the street, you're talking to random people, on the train, and you're that crazy person like on the train.
Refreshing, and it's something that's more common, these days. And I sound like an old man often. I often say things that make me sound like an old man. I say the word television a lot, which my wife calls me out on. She said, "Do you know how old you sound? It's a TV, not a television." That's how old I am. I don't watch the TV, I watch the television.